All right. So welcome again as we continue on with our presentation. All right. Okay, so you can connect with us we're on all social media channels where you can connect with us, and we want you to connect with us. We do send out about all of our events via email, but we also post about all our events on all of our various social media platforms. So you can definitely keep up with what we're doing on a monthly basis as we continue to provide this programming. Leaders of Tomorrow. This is our LOT program. It is for our high school students. It was founded in 1991 on a national level. It's a comprehensive leadership development program for high school students. They learn about different segments, developmental areas for leadership, financial literacy, college preparation, and career preparation. They go through a year-long cohort of learning different things in these sections. And the program offers knowledge, opportunities, scholarships, and internships. The students also have a chance to visit colleges. They learn how to fill out applications, go through resume and interview skill events, as well as public speaking. They also have an opportunity to compete against other LOT chapters in the business case competition. We have a business case competition on a national level where these students from their respective chapters have an opportunity to take a Harvard Business Review case, and they do the analytics on it, they break it down, they do the SWOT analysis, all those things, and they present their case findings to judges, and they have an opportunity to win scholarship and prizes based on their presentation of the case. So really exciting time for LOT students and helping them to develop into young leaders. All right. So our featured presentation for today, what you all have been waiting on to hear about, the Level Up Investors Club. And we are excited to have Jamesa Evans and Antwanette Crutcher that will talk with us and share with us how this community strives to build confident and informed investors. The club's purpose is to support those who are on a journey to financial independence and wealth. All right, so without further ado, I'm going to stop sharing. And I don't know if Jamesa or Antwanette, which one is going to present, but you guys have let me know if you're able to share. They're okay. There you go.
Okay, yep. And let me know if you can you see this in presentation mode?
Yes, ma'am, we see it.
Yep, okay. All right, so we'll go ahead and get started. Well, first we want to just say thank you, Robin, for that introduction of us, and thank you also to the National Black NBMBAA.
I'm gonna make sure I'm on mute.
Uh-oh, I think everyone was put on mute. But thank you also to the National Black MBA Association for this opportunity to come and speak and share our passion and our baby that we have been creating over the last year and building up. We don't take this opportunity lightly, and so we are excited today to get started and to share more. And we also wanted to say welcome to everyone on the call. We know it's after work, and we know that we appreciate your time and your energy today to just listen to and hear what we have to share today. And so with that, we'll get started. And so today we'll just we'll give you guys just a quick introduction of who we are, share our why, and then we'll plan on giving you guys just an overview of what Level Up is. We have a snack for you all on some of the lessons, the many lessons that we have in our club for our members, and then we'll end it with some Q&A for you guys to take the time to ask the questions. So, you know, if you have some, just jot them along and we'll be happy to answer them later in the session. And so before we get started, we wanted to take a moment to celebrate Women's History Month with everyone on the call. And so happy Women's Month to everyone on the call, to all the women on the call. We wanted to share a little bit of history with you all. And this is one of probably our favorite statues that that has motivated us as we started our journey with Level Up. And this is the Fearless Girl statue. If you haven't heard about her, she was installed across from the New York Stock Exchange on March 7th, 2017. And the message that was given with this Fearless Girl statue installment was for a workplace gender diversity and to encourage companies to recruit more women into their senior leadership. And what I love most about this picture is the plaque that sits in front of her, and it reads, "Know the power of women in leadership. She makes a difference." And so with that, we just want to remind every woman on this call, like, you have your own sphere of influence where you make a difference, where you have the power and where you have that authority. And so to also take your own power stance in front of your bull or your mountain that you have. And so with that, we celebrate every woman on this call and happy Women's History Month, because you are also making your own history today as you're making your own impact daily. Okay. And so we wanted to start with, I know we haven't gotten to Level Up yet and what is Level Up, but we wanted to definitely start with sharing our why. We both have individual whys and individual experiences that has given us our own passions for how we landed up with Level Up. And so we wanted to be able to share that. But we first, and we felt like it was very foundational for everything that we do, every decision we make, every opportunity we say yes to. This is very foundational for our club overall. And so that is that first, we are a faith and finance community. And our beliefs are that we believe in financial stewardship and independence. We believe in servanthood. We believe in generosity. We believe that our purpose is to educate, build, and empower our community in complex areas of finance and wealth. We also believe that wealth is a journey. And so with those beliefs, we have created our mission for Level Up. And that is to partner with our members to become money smart, financially savvy, confident, and informed investors. And so with that, I'll introduce myself to you all. My name is Jamesa Evans, and I am a senior auditor in Minneapolis. And my why for wanting to start Level Up was because I had people who came before me who poured into me as financial coaches, and they helped me get my money in order, because I was a little ratchet, for lack of a better word. But I was a little ratchet with my budget, and I didn't really know how to save. And so I had people come into my life and show me the way, show me the ropes. And so we want to definitely be able to do that for our community and help them as they're growing in their knowledge. And we don't have to stay at the minimum levels. We can go over above and really experience abundance in our lives. And so with that, I'll pass it over to Antwanette to share.
All right, thank you so much. And thanks to Robin and team for having us today. As Jamesa said, we are so excited and we're just so appreciative of the opportunity to share with you guys what we have been doing with our community. So I'm Antwanette Crutcher. I am a financial consultant at Medtronic here in Memphis, Tennessee. That's my day job, but my passion is really serving my community through Level Up Investors Club. I am a first generation college graduate, so I do consider myself to be a trailblazer and a pioneer for not only my family, but my friends and my community. And so my why is really just to do that, really helping people to experience financial independence and become the best version of themselves. So again, I'm so excited to be here, and I don't want to belabor over about, my why. I want to jump into Level Up and what Level Up is about. Hey. So we just wanted to start off with sharing our case for action. So this can be considered just our why behind Level Up. So as we all know, there are significant wealth disparities driven by ongoing discrimination and systemic barriers that have created long-term detrimental effects on the ability to accumulate wealth in the Black community. So I know that's a mouthful, but we all know that there is a Black wealth gap. And so I just wanted to share a few statistics that we researched and pulled from the 2019 U.S. Consumer Survey and also from the 2021 Goldman Sachs Black Women Womenomics research. And so just starting over to the left, and all of these are alarming, but I pulled out the ones that just really hit home for us and really drove home why it's so important that we do the work that we do. So the first one to the left is that Black households have less than 15% of median net wealth compared to white households. So to put that into a dollar perspective, you're talking about $24,000 of a median net wealth for a Black household compared to $188,000 for a white household. And I'll get into some of the causes, the main causes for that as well after this. So the second statistic that we pulled out is that only 33% of Black households in 2019 own stock compared to 66% of white households. And we do know that it has been proven that investing and owning stock is one of the best ways that you can really start to build wealth. So there's, again, another gap in just us seizing that opportunity or being able to seize that opportunity. And this last statistic that we wanted to call out, because we are a woman of color community, so it's so critical that we understand how big this gap is. So for the single Black woman, their net wealth is only about 8% of the single white man. So a huge gap, about a 92% wealth gap in comparison to the single white man. So there are several causes, again, to these gaps. But one of the main reasons for the gap, being a single Black woman myself, is that there are earnings gaps. So that's 2/3 of the wealth gap. And then there's other factors like lack of access to capital and investment, lack of opportunities, lack of just education around personal finance management. There's also disparities in just housing and healthcare that really prevent us from tapping into the full potential that we really have. And so as a community, Jamesa and I came together and really said, we have to do something. What can we do? Because we hear about this Black wealth gap all the time. We are in finance. We have financial and accounting backgrounds. What can we do to jump in and really take action? And so that was the beginning of Level Up and how we are charging forward with attacking the Black gap through just the creation of Level Up and just educating our members on personal finance management and other generational wealth building tools. So we strive to really become more money smart, financially savvy, and overall just more confident and informed investors. So we want to just jump into, I know we talked about the case for action. So what exactly is Level Up? So again, we are a women of color community focused on financial literacy and investment education. And we chose this audience or our members audience or just focus because we all know that Black women are foundational to their families, to their communities, to the economy. We are the cornerstone. So we really feel like we can magnify our impact by focusing on this particular group. And so secondly, we do provide tools and resources that support women in our community on this journey to building generational wealth. We share wins, we share insights and financial tips, and we do this in a way that is very interactive and engaging to members at all levels. So now I just want to share a bit about how we got started, the way that we originally launched, which has changed it definitely has changed since we launched last February in 2021. So when we launched, we just really wanted to see our people win. And we started off with just creating content around teaching folks how to invest. We started with our friends and family. We had a stock simulation game, and it went well, but we soon realized that people need more. They actually need the basics. So we took a pause in July to redesign the course, really ensure that we had a more engaging strategy, and we focused on building content that was not only around educating and investment, but we also tackle basic financial acumen as well. So we relaunched in September of 2021. We had a relaunch party. We had a champagne toast. We relaunched with a more engaged platform and strategy that really allowed us to interact with members at all levels of their financial journey. So with that, we did introduce a new 12-month cohort that kicked off in October 2021. And it will conclude in September 2022, where we will have an annual goal check-in. This will be an in-person meetup. So we will see our members, some of our members for the first time in person. We are very excited about that. So during this summit, we will just review what we learned over the past year. We will share, key learnings, but we will also equip our members with tools that they can use in their community to share with others, because we do realize that not everybody is able to join Level Up. So we still want to make sure that they're getting the information and tools that they need to become their best selves as well. And so last but not least, we are continuing to just ensure that we can improve our process. We're listening to our members. We're taking their feedback and really ensuring that we can expand our content, our offering, and just continue to amplify our impact. So again, just overall with the work that we've done, our new course is really built to engage members at all levels on their journey to becoming more confident and informed. So speaking of members, we currently have over 30 members across 9 different states. So it kind of just took off. I don't think we've ever had to reach out to anybody. It's really kind of been taken off because of word of mouth and to just people wanting to refer their friends and family as well. But again, we have members at all levels, across all age groups. We have members who are in college, early 20s. We have members in between going to retirement. We have members from different educational backgrounds, different industries, health and science. We have entrepreneurs, finance, and even different family status. So we have those who are single, married, divorced, with kids. And this last one really is just around their financial journey, which is, again, why we had to just take a pause and understand where do we need to reposition ourselves, because we don't want to leave anybody behind, right? This is a journey that we want everybody to come on with. So we have members who are just now building a foundation. They just need help with budgeting, right? Getting in a better financial position so they can have money to invest, right? So we have members at that level. We have members who are learning the ropes. So they are just now in a simulation and just learning basic investment terms. And then we also have members who are ready to invest. They have already jumped out into the stock market and they are actively investing. But again, the message here is that we have members at all levels. And so we're going to continue to level up wherever you are, whatever level you are. We're going to continue to partner to do just that. Okay. So now I'm going to pass it back to Jamesa to share a bit more about our engagement strategy and also our content offering.
Thank you, Antwanette. And so as Antwanette mentioned earlier about our relaunch, we wanted to definitely rethink about how we engaged with our members, and we wanted to be intentional since this is a virtual environment that we are hosting our club on. And so the first thing that we did was we thought about our monthly meetings. And so We've created them into a 12-month curriculum under the 12-month cohort, and we've also broken it up into two 30-minute sessions in that 1 hour that we meet with our members each month. And so the first 30 minutes is financial education, and then the second 30 minutes is our breakout rooms, where we have two breakout rooms. One is called the freshman and the other is called the T. And this is where we talk about investment strategies. But I will go more into those two topics in the next two slides. So on top of that, we also have the club website that is a members only website. And this is where we share all of our resources and this is how we're also communicating to our members. We are also we have a member book in our club website where our members can sign up in this book, and they can share their own and entrepreneurship journeys that they're on. We also have 201s now, and this is for our prospective members who are interested in joining Level Up. We want them to get to know us, and we want to get to know them and where they are on their journey to financial wealth. We've also started a quarterly book club. We just finished reading The Fearless Money Mindset by Arian Simone, who's a venture capitalist that we really love to follow. And then in April, we're going to start a book called The Wealth Choice by Dr. Dennis Kimbrough. We started our monthly newsletters. And as Antwanette mentioned earlier, we have our annual trip planned for Denver, Colorado this year. We're excited about. And we're also helping our freshman group in the breakout room with the stock simulator. So this is where they're building their portfolio strategies and learning more about the investment culture through the stock simulator. And in addition to that, we've also had guest speakers come and share more on budgeting skills, and we plan to have even more experts come and to visit our group and share their expertise in the financial lane. We also had in January, we had a financial fast where we challenged our group to only buy needs and not wants. And we had a lot of people save a lot of money that month. And so it was just a fast to just help them to, watch what they're spending and to start the month out, start the 2022 off right. And so we definitely saw a difference, and we heard a lot of testimonials from that financial fast. And then we also have a 30-day legacy affirmation challenge that we gave out to our members, and I mean, it went also well. And we have the Dear Future Me letters where we can go back, and after a year of being a member in our group, you wrote your letter of what you want to see for your finances or what you want to see for your life. And we go back, and this letter is sent to them automatically after a year, where they can look how far they've come in their journey for financial wealth and responsibility. Okay, next slide. And so more about our 12-month curriculum, we have broken it up into four quarters. And the first quarter, we talked about legacy. This is where we address the money mindset. We talked about money scripts. What do we say about money when we make it? Are we a super saver, or are we afraid? Are we afraid to be broke again? Like those questions that we talked about. We wanted to address our mindset. And then in this last quarter, we started our money move conversation. And so this is where we had the guest speaker come and share budget strategies. We talked about net worth, and this month we're also talking about eliminating debt strategies with our members. We are also going forward, we're going to talk about retirement. We just want to make sure we're just helping them the best we can with financial education. In the last quarter, we're wanting to address generosity. We love, that's one of our pillars, that's one of our beliefs as Level Up visionaries. And so we want to also put that into the hearts of our members also, and encourage them on their generosity journey also. And so as we created these 4 quarters, we definitely wanted to address the mindset. We wanted to bring awareness to their own habits, and then also challenge them with some practical application. And so this is how we pretty much created our financial education piece of our monthly meeting for Level Up. And so next we'll go into our breakout room, the investment piece of it. And so as we mentioned earlier, we have breakout rooms, and the first one is called the freshman. Now this is for our newbies who are new to investing, and they just need that basic terminology and the basic strategies for just getting into investing. And so this is where they'll learn how to set up a brokerage account. This is where we have the stock simulator, and it's like a game that we play for the entire year, where they get to learn the validity of the market. They get to learn their own strategies and their own and what they're interested in investing. So this is, and we give them $10,000. Now this is fake money. We don't have it like that to dish out, but we're giving them $10,000 each to play with, so that they can start to play around with the stock market. And the simulator is also based on the real market, so it's not a fake market that they're playing against. Also, we have the T. Now this is more for our advanced, ready to go investors. And this is where they have that deep dive. And so we call it the T because this is where they can have that conversation, that round table about current stock news. And this is where they get to do that stock analysis. We have it where they get assigned to different industries, and they get to monitor it and then come back and report on what they're learning in their industry assignment. And so overall, with our breakout rooms, we want to teach our members the power of research, because and meet them at each level of that research. And so we wanted that we're committed to just meeting them where they are, but we believe that even as an investor, the best way to win in investing is to do your research and then make that decision. And so with that, that's pretty much how we set up our monthly meetings. And I'll pass it back over to Antwanette to give you guys a little snippet of how we teach our classes.
Okay, thank you. So as Jamesa said, we're going to give you just a sample of one of our financial literacy courses. So this is our net worth just course, and it's under the Money Move quarter. So actually we taught this last month. It's February, March now. So February. So basically we're going to learn about net worth, okay? So before we jump in, again, we try to make sure that we're keeping the content exciting, we're keeping it fun and engaging so that our members can really retain and then apply it to their own situation. So we're going to play a little game first. So I hope you have your chat open. We're going to play Black Billionaire. So the first person to type in the chat the correct order of net worth from greatest to least will win bragging rights. We don't have any money or prizes to give, but you'll get bragging rights. So you got Oprah, you got Kanye, Rihanna, and Tyler Perry. And Jamesa helped me out with the chat. So rank them from the greatest net worth to the least. And I'll give you guys a few seconds to type those answers in.
Okay, we see Rihanna, we got Oprah, Rihanna, Tyler. Okay, we have a few guesses.
Okay, so I think we got enough. So let's see. So the first one is Oprah. I bet you everybody got that right, huh? Oprah at $2.7 billion. Everybody got Oprah. Oprah and her loan money. Okay. The second one is Kanye. Kanye is at $1.8 billion. Do we have anybody?
I don't see anyone with that order.
No?
I don't see anyone with that order. Nope.
Okay. Third is Rihanna. Her Fenty Beauty line is taking off. Rihanna said, stop asking me about all these songs. I'm not going to the studio. And now she's probably really going to be on pause with the baby. But so Rihanna, $1.7 billion, which leaves Tyler Perry last at $1 billion. And I actually think he just hit that maybe within the last year or so. Okay, so no winners. That's okay.
No winners today.
That's okay. That's okay. No problem. Well, we'll go to the next slide. So I really just want to make sure that we all understand what net worth is, because we hear this all the time. What's your net worth? What's your net worth? My, net worth is this and that. So basically, net worth is what you have of value in possession. So your assets, right? Minus how much debt you owe. So your liability. So assets minus liabilities equals your net worth. So what really just really hit home to our members is when I said this is just your wealth. So net worth is the technical term. Wealth, oh, okay, that's what that is. It's wealth, right? So when we talk about the wealth gap, this is what we're talking about, okay? So your net worth statement is just a snapshot of your current financial position. We know that those assets can change over time. And so I did share with the members about, of course, the last couple of years. A lot of residential homes appreciated, even cars, which typically don't appreciate, have appreciated because of just the shortage in supply. So it's really important that you just confirm what that current market value is, because it changes. So the key is really to own more high return assets, like the real estate, like stocks, like even business ownership and savings. And so having more of those and liabilities is considered positive wealth, okay? So in the beginning, I talked about that Black wealth gap and how the median net worth for Black households was about 15%, less than 15% compared to white households. So again, dollarizing that, $24,000 for a Black household versus $188,000 for white households. That's the gap that we're trying to fix. So what does that mean? How do you fix that, right? So of course, we're educating people on what it is, but also showing people how they can increase those high return asset ownership and also decrease liabilities, okay? So again, we teach them what it is, but we also run through an exercise so you can learn how to apply it. So we're going to take Oprah, okay? We're going to do an example, a net worth example with Oprah. And so the situation is that Oprah and Stedman have finally decided to get married after almost, I think it's been like 36 years, okay? And Oprah is like, you know what? I want to make sure I have an exact count of my coins, because I want to make sure the prenup is correct, right? Because she works too hard for Stedman to take that $2.7 billion, okay? So we need to help Oprah. And so what we're first going to do is calculate her assets. And so I'm not going to take you guys through all of this, but we see at the top that she has a primary home, she has a car, she has cash in both her checking and her savings, a wedding ring, a 401k. These are just examples, but we know that she probably has multiple homes and businesses. And so the total is 274. We're going to say these are in billions, right? So 274 billion, okay? And so then now we have to reduce those by the liabilities that she owes on those assets. So her home, her car, she has some credit cards, she has some student loans, and those total 272 billion, okay? So the difference between that is about 2 billion. So she is in the positive. She has more assets than she does liabilities. So she has net worth, okay? She has a positive net worth. So we just wanted to share 6 money moves that will help you to build that net worth and that generational wealth. And it starts off with just really understanding your why, okay? So this is so critical. In one of our first club meetings of the year, we talk about the why, getting our members to really understand what their why is. If it's family, is it, hey, I just want to leave something behind, for those behind me. But this is going to help propel you when it gets rough, because again, building generational wealth requires work. So understanding that why is going to help keep you moving forward as you continue to build up your assets, reduce debt, and make really good financial decisions, okay? So the second one is to calculate your net worth. So just like we just did, just start by understanding what your net worth is, and so you can see where you need to improve, okay? So we give our members a template to use to actually calculate. So there's links in there where you can go into like the Kelly Blue Book, figure out what the value of your car is. You can go in and figure out the value of your home, and all of the other considerations, all in one place. So basically calculating where you are, so when you get to this third one, you can know what work you need to do. So increasing those high return assets, right? So your stocks and your bonds and all of that, real estate, businesses, and also reducing debt. The fourth one is to really continue to increase your financial acumen. So researching, studying, attending seminars like this. And I do have to make a selfish plug for Level Up. Join Level Up if you want to learn, more about financial literacy and even how to really invest, from the basics on up. And so this is going to be just so critical, especially with so many different types of new ways to build wealth. So I'm talking about the cryptocurrency. So there's a lot, and I can just only imagine that financial market is going to continue to change. So we need to make sure that we can just educate ourselves and stay abreast of all of those changes. The fifth one is to develop a network of support to help you manage and grow your wealth. So basically, this is seeking wise counsel, right? So you're going to need some finance and accounting professionals to help you manage, to do your taxes, really help you to optimize your financial portfolio. You may even need an attorney. So once you get all of this wealth, so we talk about generational wealth, you want to make sure that it's accounted for and it's able to be transferred over to your family, to your kids. So just hiring an attorney to really help you create an estate plan, building out your network, okay? Last but not least, Jamesa mentioned it before, we are believers in paying it forward. We know that not everybody can be a member of Level Up, but just talking to your family and friends about the importance of wealth and financial stewardship. You can host wealth talks, hey, let's just talk about credit. Let's talk about the importance of financial stewardship and budgeting. And that to me is going to be we know it's so invaluable because that's something that can be passed on from generation to generation. And then of course the wealth with that as well. So again, building generational wealth is a journey that does require work, okay? So we need your help, okay? We need your help amplifying our impact. And just really closing this gap. And we know that it's going to take all of us to close this gap, whether it's just being a champion for your circle of friends, being a wealth champion, really expressing why it's important to be better financial stewards, but just starting over to the left, knowing your why, like I mentioned before. Building generational wealth is a journey, and the best time to start is now. So again, we keep hearing about the gap. The best time to start is now. Start with yourself and start by just sharing with your friends and your family about the importance of this as well. So our ask again is that you can consider who in your circle or family could benefit from lessons on financial acumen and investment, hosting those wealth talks. So you guys are at, I'm going to say Easter or even Christmas or whatever holiday, just, hey, let me just talk to y'all 10 minutes about why it's important to budget, right? What is real, true wealth? Because I know that as a community, sometimes we just don't know. Connect with us, connect with Level Up to learn additional practices and tools to build wealth. And you can also share about our community as well. And Jamesa will go into a few more just ways that you can connect with us. And then last but not least, as you are connecting with your circle of friends and family, just continue to share the importance of financial stewardship and build generational wealth. Be an advocate of wealth for your community. And I cannot stress this enough. They're going to have questions, have some patience, but most of all have grace because again, you can't do what you don't know. So having grace and, just saying, hey, let me help you with that. And just really showing them that there can be a better way. There can be a way to true financial independence. So with that, I'm going to pass it back to Jamesa to share a bit more about how you can connect with us.
Thank you. And so I know we shared a lot about Level Up, and I know you're probably asking, well, what's in it for the members? What's in it for me? And so basically, we provide that community support and accountability as as people come in and they become members. We start with that two-on-ones, and we build it from there. And so doing those check-ins, being available to them and accessible to our members, and also encouraging them to meet someone in the club also. And so that's one of the benefits of becoming a member of Level Up. And then also, we're helping our members become confident and informed investors. So we're partnering with them. We're answering their questions. We're turning on the light switch for them in this area. And then also we're sharing the latest news. We have the tea, but we also we share news in our exclusively in our website. And so this is where they can learn about trends and get recommendations. And then most of all, this entire the entire membership for the offerings that we have is free. And so this pretty much the biggest benefit that you'll get from becoming a member outside of the engagement that you'll have as well with being in Level Up. And so next slide. And so if there's anyone interested today into Level Up, you can definitely use this QR code and it'll lead you to our member interest application. This application is less than 5 minutes. And this is where you'll sign up for just an interest meeting. And also at the end of that application, there's a link to our scheduling app for your first two-on-one with Antwanette and I. And then the third step for our membership process will be for you to attend your first monthly meeting. And our meetings are held every third Saturday of the month. And so with that, it's a three-step process to becoming a member and joining a community. And so if anyone's interested, definitely take the time to get that QR code. And we'll also share the link in the chat for anyone who's not able to use that QR code. And then now we'll just turn it over to everyone on the Zoom call. If there's any questions that you all have, you can definitely come off mute, or I don't know how we want to do that, but we can now open the floor for questions.
The floor is open for questions.
Well, if there's not any questions, we can keep. Thank you.
Good evening. I have a question.
Okay. Hey, Makisha.
Hi, how are you? I just want to say this is an amazing program, and thank you for the information and the link, and I've already followed you on Instagram. So you said there was an application and then looks like a scheduling session. Can you just give a little more insight on how members are selected once that application and that scheduling meeting is completed?
Sure. So at this moment, we're so in the conversational piece of the two-on-one, we're pretty much just right now. We're not declining anyone, but I know we'll do that more in our once we move forward to the cohort. 12 months, we haven't really fully exercised it. We're still taking numbers for the 12 months this year, but so right now it's not a selection based, and so there's something else that I could, if I'm missing something on that question.
Oh no, you said it. So basically the application is more of like an interest application. So we just want to make sure that, we get to meet everyone who is coming into the club, and we can understand what your financial goals are. So we always ask, what are your short-term financial goals? What are your long-term? Because we want to be able to hold you accountable and be your accountability partner. So everybody will get in. And like Jamesa said, we do run on that 12-month cohort. So right now, even given we are midway through the 12 months, we're still letting people in because we do record all of our sessions. And on our club page, you can go and access those replays. You can access the presentations and get caught up. But again, it's just go ahead and submit the interest form so you can get the process going for intake, and we can just really understand where you are and where Level Up can partner with you.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
So I had a question regarding with the investments. I think I had mentioned to you guys when we were before the call started, as it relates to stocks versus options, that type of thing.
Okay. Yes, so that would fall under, I'm just thinking about the T. So I actually lead the T. And what we have is a risk assessment tool that we use because it's going to be different based on your risk tolerance, what your portfolio is going to look like, and what those recommendations are. So it's based off of, how much time, all of your financial goals, how risky you want to be. So it varies. I will say that to date, the members have taken that, or they have access to that tool. But what we have them doing now is just really focusing on research. So we're subscribed to different financial investment platforms and newsletters and just blasts. It's a whole lot, but we'll find industry. So they go out and they're just really understanding what's going on in that industry. So they're industry champions, if I can say that. But then we come back, we talk about, what's going on. But as far as your investment mix, that is totally up to you and your appetite.
Right. Yes. Getting the education. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. Any other questions? While you're thinking, I just want to shout out all of the Medtronic people on the call. Hello, thank you for the support. We see you. I do see Level Up members on the call as well. Thank you so much for joining. So yeah, if there are no more questions, I'll give it back to Jamesa. You can go ahead and carry us out.
Yeah, so we just want to say thank you all for just allowing us to share what we're doing in our community, and definitely hope it encourages you to see how you can influence your community. You can follow us if you want to continue to support and see what we're doing and see how we're growing in our community. You can follow us at Level Up Investors Club on Instagram. If you have any questions after this and you think about them, you can send us an email at levelupinvestorsclub@gmail.com, and we'll be happy to answer any questions that you have. And we'll be happy to connect with you on Instagram. And so with that, we'll turn it over back to you, Robin, for the closing of the meeting.
Very good. This has been just absolutely outstanding. I love the platform. I love how you have it in modules, building out modules. You're really giving folks the education component there to really understand, doing the research on the industries, on the stocks. Really, because education is key. It's a key component to really learning and knowing about stocks, right? You don't want to just go in and just start aimlessly purchasing things that you don't have a history about. You don't know the patterns, you don't know the trends, you don't know if they're support or resistance. You don't know how to read the candles even. So I'm glad that you guys are really taking it from step one. What is a stock, all the way through. So this is absolutely just outstanding. Very good.
Thank you.
Very good.
Thank you. We appreciate
Thank
that.
you, Robin. Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. Are there any other questions? You guys, either you guys just did an awesome job explaining everything what you did, or everybody's just real good with their level of knowledge at this point about Level Up.
I have a question. Yeah, this is Lisa Schultz. The book that you mentioned, is there a way for us to get that book? Do you have some connection there, or do we have to just go and buy it from like BNN, Barnes and Noble, or online?
So yes, that's a good question. We've been directing our members to just get it off of Amazon.
Okay, all right.
Yep.
Hey, you should
I think it's
use
like
that.
$13 on there.
Okay, you should use that as a way for your organization to get a plug or to get, you know, some revenue if you're gonna promote that book.
Yes, we had a good turnout for the first quarter, so that's a good idea. Thank you for sharing that.
All right.
All right. So everybody is aware of the information that was placed in the chat on how to, if you're interested in joining Level Up, the information was placed in the chat. We will, since we are recording this, we're going to be sending the link out for it. So for everybody that signed up today, we will follow up and send you the YouTube link. And then of course, we'll be posting it as well to all of our social media platforms, because this is really good. I definitely want to go back and listen again. You know, I really love the educational platform you guys have presented of how you take your members through the whole process to grow them into the knowledge of investing, and then giving them that platform before they actually start trading. So I think that's excellent. Any other questions? Thanks to all the Medtronic people that are on, that are supporting, the Level Up members are supporting, Black MBA members that are supporting. We really, truly appreciate your time.
FedEx is on.
Was there a question?
No, I'm just saying FedEx is on. We're from FedEx.
Yes, and FedEx. Thank you, FedEx. To my FedExers. Yes, thank you. I sent it to my FedExers.
Thank you, FedEx.
Yes. Thank you, FedExers, for supporting as well. This has been excellent. I think this has been a very good use of your hour for those that are on. And we look to hear great things, big things from Level Up as you guys continue to grow and gain new members and really spread the message of financial literacy among and within the Black community. So we really, really appreciate that.
Thank you.
Okay.
Receive that.
Well, everybody, thank you for your time. We're going to give you a couple of minutes back and be looking for more from Level Up, be looking for more from Black MBA Memphis chapter as we continue our programming throughout the year. Thank you so much for your time. And again, be looking for a follow-up email with the YouTube link for tonight's recording. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a good night, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jamesa and Antwanette. We appreciate you.
Thanks. Bye, Robin.
Bye-bye. Thank you.